I have seen a lot of artists fail at marketing their music. Great song, bad, everything else. It's painful and it's heartbreaking. There are many ways to get it right. There's a lot of options to succeed as an independent artist, but there are a few guaranteed ways to get it wrong. Let's take a look at 5 very common mistakes I see independent artists make across the board. And let's look at how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, avoiding social media. Artists avoid creating content on social media to their detriment. Look, I get it. You don't want to make dancing TikToks. Honestly, dude, same. I'm not a huge fan of TikTok either, but there are other outlets aside from just short form video and TikToks. You can make long form video. YouTube, case in point, right here, is a great place to create content. You can write blogs. You can post short form text content on Threads and Twitter. You can join communities on Discord and Reddit and other places to share your work and explore other things related to growth in your art. The point is, marketing, music marketing, all marketing, no matter the product or service, at its core is a game of attention. And right now, the attention is on social media. Even if you don't want to show your face and you want to do more like a world building thing, you're creating instrumental music, there are outlets to do this. Just because you don't want to do X doesn't mean you can't do Y. So think outside the box. You don't have to do the thing that makes you the most uncomfortable, but maybe get a little bit uncomfortable and try joining the conversation on social media. You'll fast forward several months and you will understand once you start to get some traction how powerful it truly can be. Mistake number 2, phoning in your visual content. Look, your song is the most important thing out of all of this. There's no doubt about it. Nothing replaces a good song, and a bad song can only take you so far. But the way music is discovered online these days is through visual content. We live in a visual first world, which means your visual content, your cover art, and the video content you make has to grab attention so that your song can earn and keep that attention from there. You're trying to get somebody to stop scrolling on social media so that they will stop on your video, whether it's an ad or organic, it doesn't matter. You have to get them to stop scrolling, which means the first frame or the image or whatever has to grab attention long enough to get the person to stop what they're doing. From there, it's your song's job to keep that attention and then earn that click through to go listen to your music on DSPs like Spotify, Apple Music, wherever else. But if your visual doesn't grab attention, your song is not going to have any opportunity to go to work on your behalf. Mistake number 3, ignoring paid ads. Running paid ads on Instagram is the single largest force multiplier for music discovery today. Massive cross-channel growth happens downstream of this one move. You can grow on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook if that's your thing, Twitter, Threads, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, everything just from running ads on this one platform. Look, music marketing is kind of like the Wild West right now. It's tough to find trustworthy providers to help you promote your work. There are billions seemingly of playlist promotion platforms. There's tons of people on Upwork and Fiverr offering to help you promote your music. And it's difficult to determine who's above board and who's not, who's just trying to give you bot streams in exchange for you giving them some of your money, and somebody who's actually trying to help you build a long-term fan base. I like ads because it removes a lot of this guesswork. Ads are transparent. You can see who's clicking through, where they're from, and verify that's happening on Spotify. It's verifiable. You can compare data on multiple platforms to make sure what you're doing is actually paying off. And on top of that, you can build a business on top of a foundation of an effective ad campaign just to grow on DSPs. You can retarget people for other things like leads and sales and concert tickets and all kinds of other stuff down the funnel from this one thing. Nothing else offers that opportunity to you, not even organic content. Yes, you can retarget people sort of with continuing to post, but you can specifically retarget people with ads, even if the top of your funnel is posting organic. This combination of transparency, verifiability, and building a business on top of this foundation is why my business, DuPree focuses entirely on ads as the fundamental core premise of helping an artist grow across all channels. If you haven't tried ads before, if they feel kind of icky to you, I would advise you to maybe give it a second thought. And if you have tried ads and they just haven't worked for you, give it another shot, stick it out, keep working at it, and see if you can find something that works for you. Because I think that you'll find that this is the most powerful thing to help you grow if you will do it correctly. All right, mistake number 4 that I see artists make all the time: lack of research. Not understanding the market, your target fan base that you are trying to access. I'm sure we've all heard the saying, if your audience is everyone, your audience is no one. And if you're anything like me, you probably like to make a lot of different types of music across genres, and you don't want to be confined to making one thing for the rest of your life. Totally get it. I'm the exact same way. But every single song does not have to live under one artist profile. You can make multiple projects. And more importantly, you can take each project and understand how to get product market fit with that project and with those songs. Do a little research. Look at similar artists. Look at their top performing songs. Look at the playlists that they appear on and discover other new artists. Figure out where these people are hanging out online and what they like about this specific genre of music. What's the emotion attached to it? What's the lifestyle associated with it? Figure out what people want from this, and then you can understand how your music can bring them value. Yes, music plays by slightly different rules than other businesses in terms of providing a service and getting paid for it, or providing a product and getting paid for it. But the core premise is the same. Your song has to provide value for somebody, for them to want to consume it, save it, stream it later on, and ultimately, maybe, hopefully, become a customer of yours and support you in return. Okay, and the last one, and this is a big one, number 5, no new music. The best marketing for a new song is releasing a really great and successful song right before it. The wave goes up. You have all this built-in attention, and now people are waiting for you to drop the next thing. If you can follow up a winning song with another song relatively quickly that is also a good song, you will double your efforts, basically. You can keep the momentum going. This whole thing thrives on momentum, on continuing to show up and do the work over time. A consistent release strategy is an artist's best friend, because the last thing you want is to have a song go off and then have nothing in the pipeline to come after it. Look, the further we go as we embrace this world of streaming as kind of the standard of how we consume music, the more and more this becomes a bit of a catalog game rather than a singles game. More and more as I pay attention to new artists who are succeeding on DSPs across the board, it's those who are releasing work consistently and just building a catalog of music for their fan base to consume. Yes, there are some outlier hits here and there and things that kind of pay for the whole party, or one-hit wonders, so to speak, but those are the things that bring people in, the top of the funnel. But once people discover the rest of the catalog, that's how you build that entire streaming source of revenue, if that's what you're after. Now, it may take 20, 30 or more songs to find something that actually hits, and that's okay, because once you do have one that hits, now you've got this backlog of content for people to discover over time, and all of that will get lifted by the success of that one song. So my advice would be to just keep recording, try to get ahead of the curve, batch, plan, schedule, put a spreadsheet together. You know I love a good spreadsheet. And get a plan going so that you are ahead of the curve rather than constantly playing catch up and trying to keep up with releasing enough music. Now, I know every single one of these 5 points is not for everybody. So don't mishear me and say, oh, I have to do all of this, Tom. I can't do all of this. I don't have the time. That's fine. You do you. Do what works best for you. I just want to give you these 5 points as something to think about, because these are common things that I have seen across artist accounts, across Spotify for artist accounts, across ad accounts, across all the artists that we have helped and worked with my agency, DuPree X. So take what you like, use it, discard what you don't, but maybe come back to the drawing board from time to time, and don't be afraid to test something new, because evolving and growing and learning is how we all ultimately succeed. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this and you want to go deeper with topics just like this every single week, then I hope you'll subscribe to my newsletter, The One Thing. Every Tuesday, I send out one thing that I am either thinking about or testing to succeed as an independent artist. So if you do want to subscribe to that, I'll leave a link to do so in the description of this video. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.